This time, picking up an Arc Warden right off the bat, pairing it with a Treant Protector. Meanwhile, OG, Luna, Vengeful Spirit. What do you think about Arc Warden as a hero right now? Because I think I guess, 4 premier carries right now would probably be like Drow, Arc Warden, Terrorblade. I guess that would be the main 3. So what's your opinion on Arc Warden right now?
I mean, I have not seen the games. It's kind of sad. Obviously, I know the hero very well. Topias and the whole OG team has been talking a lot about it. There is some obvious flaws in the hero. But, I mean, thinking that Nigma picks it, I don't think it's the Nigma style to play in a way. And with Treant, I feel like it's leaning towards losing the lanes again and kind of leaning towards late game, which I feel Nigma is not that good at. I think their huge strength is in how they benefit from VH playmaking and then the rest of the team kind of following up on that. And MC putting up his game, and then suddenly Miracle has farmed with his Arc Warden. But that's potentially gonna happen, but I don't think this is as good of a start for the draft that I would wish for Nigma.
So the Arc Warden has been changed a little bit, and it's a bit stronger in the laning stage, the way people play it. At least you get this bulky position 5 or 4 with you, like your clocks or your tusks, and then you have this setup, like let's say magnetic field plus tag team, or you have ice shards for the spirits. Here you have Treant perhaps with the bramble maze with the spirits, which is pretty strong. But I like what you pointed out. They want to have a good laning stage, and I think they had a very similar draft with the Rubik Arc Warden. We right now need something like a Queen of Pain, which is banned out by OG actually. So he needs to be the full playmaker.
Yeah, I'm just seeing from Nigma that it's very much they're trying to get Miracle to have a game. And when you look at that first game, Weeha, he didn't actually have like any impact within the game. He tried to make rotations top, and they didn't really match it. He was trying to mirror Topson basically in his movements. And with their picks right now, I'm seeing OG post-laning phase, their ability to swarm across the map will again outpace Nigma. Like, when you compare the two teams, Nigma, they try and open up the map so that Miracle can farm in the pocket of safety behind. But OG, the way that they play, they don't allow for that pocket of safety to even be created for Nigma because they're just non-stop going in. So I'm a little bit scared for Nigma, that just basic play style between the two teams and the performance that we saw from OG in Game 1. I think just that alone, I'm favoring OG with just the picks they have as well.
Though, do you think that the IO was a core part of that strategy? Because Nigma first phase bans the IO. IO Sven is a very survivable combo, so even though Weeha was trying to mirror that movement, a Wind Ranger just can't deal the same amount of burst damage that a Tiny can against these kinds of opponents. So starting out with a Luna Venge may have some differences in this next game.
Something I would like to point out is the fact that it's not very useful to have farm on your safe lane carry when the rest of your team is doing pretty bad, because the safe lane carry is never going to help them like play the game. It's going to be the other way around. So you can much easier play the game when your playmakers have the farm and your safe lane carry is not doing so well. Whereas when you're Morphling and you have everything, but your teammates are like struggling, you're not offering anything till you get the E-Blade. And even then, like, you're going to probably burst one guy, but that's not enough for the team fight. So I feel like that's like a general core issue in Dota sometimes, where you just get so punished on the other lanes, and the safe lane carry, yes, he's very happy and he's not crying for his farm, but at the same time, he's actually losing the game because he's just farming and he has everything in the team.
Yeah, it's about the theory, like how do you approach this game, right? Like this, what you're saying, I completely agree with it. But there are some coaches that say that they are willing to sacrifice, like, well, not exactly, let's say a coach, but right now Winter, he says that like he would like to have these 4 heroes just protect one, sacrifice as much as possible. But
you can see that in Nigma's heroes. I think the adjustment that they've made from that first game, even if they can't make plays on the map, their ability to defend towers is actually insanely strong, right? You have Sandstorm, Fade Bolt, Living Armor. You got a lot of
field.
Kinetic Field. You got a lot of nice ways that Nigma can prolong the early engagement or early objective from OG. So if they can continue doing that, and then they get to the point where Miracle's obviously farmed, then it's great. Then that they will get to that kind of window where the net worth has value on the carry. It's just, can they actually get the early levels to have that defense?
Exactly, and this is the line of where you sit behind the tower, but if you take the direct engagement, you're gonna lose the fights. So I think you're very likely to see in the game where the Nigma, they're just sitting back, kind of like protecting stuff, but not taking areas, let's say. Unless they win the early game, obviously. But that's, I think, doesn't look too good so far. But yeah.
What's interesting from Nigma is they had 3 exact same heroes, Rubik, Sand King, and Arc Warden before, so this is a well-practiced draft. I think it...
Did they win?
Yeah, they did, but it was versus 5 men, so maybe not...
Whoa!
Yeah, it was versus
No need to
5 men.
5 men. Ugh.
Yeah, versus 5
There are
men.
Divine playoff grand finalists.
It's true, actually.
All right. Oracle banned out by Team Nigma.
Yeah, did you read the ET nerf, Jerax, that you can't refresh the buff of the spirit anymore?
That's kind of sad for the laning state. What are you supposed to do then? Why are people playing it?
You tell me, man. It's your team. I don't know what's going on here.
I'm not like actively talking to the guys like, let's play ET because it's nerfed. It doesn't work that way because
All right, then give me a
obviously I want them
justification,
to
T,
win.
Governor. Why is ET still relevant even after those nerfs?
I think Jarax is lying. I think OG messaged him and was like, I know you're on the draft panel. Type one hero you want to see. And he just typed ET, right? This is Jarax's request, I feel.
I'm being the
They were like-
traitor here, trying to come up with something to fill up like the fact that ET is broken, and so everybody doesn't get into the trend of picking ET.
See, called it. The real question is, what is Weeha's hero? I'd like to see a hero that can make early moves and create noise on OG side of the map. How we see Topson play Tiny, that type of hero, you know, make OG waste a key spell that they want to use in the aggressive siege. Because again, Nigma has a beautiful way to defend early towers, so if they can at least take away a couple of those resources through Weeha's play.
Look at their bans, though. Batrider, Viper, Queen of Pain.
Yeah.
Wind Ranger banned out by Nigma, which is something that OG obviously plays quite a lot on 4 as well.
Actually, all his heroes have been
Timbersaw as well
banned out.
banned out by Nigma.
Yeah, he actually has no heroes in this
He
one.
has no heroes left. That's the problem.
We're going to see a new Weeha hero.
Tide Hunter.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, it helps the rest of the heroes to protect the towers. That's like the key part.
Yes.
Let's say you picked something aggressive. Let's say you picked Puck. Like nobody would enjoy him being in the game because he wouldn't like have any potential to like jump. But Tide is very good for protecting towers.
Very, very even between OG and Nigma after that game 1. But I mean, you guys got to be leaning one way or another. Lizard, let's start with you. How do you think these two teams are going to fare with these pretty different drafts, I would say?
This time around, it's very different. And panel asked for another 19 minutes game, and they might just get it because you do have an Arc Warden. There is a lot of push coming from OG with the Beastmaster, with the Void Spirit. It's all on this Void Spirit to just crush the Arc Warden. He's the reach that they've got.
T-Gov, how about you? What are you seeing here?
I like the adjustments they made from game 1, highlighting how they have to fight up against the tempo that OG like to set. My fear is their laning phase just didn't go well enough, so if they get outplayed in laning phase again, OG could just sweep the game. But Nigma has the solutions to OG's playstyle, and that's the key thing. They have a way to enable Miracle Farm. So I think it's going to be a close game. Yeah, that's it.
Last but not
Nothing
least,
else.
Jerax, how biased are you going to be? Give me an objective analysis. Which team do you think has a pretty solid draft here?
I mean, I'm very happy for the Beastmaster pick. I think it's one of the better against Arc Warden. You get a lot of minions. You have Venge, Luna. You control the game like basically with those 5 heroes. And Nigma is just sitting in the base very likely at 20 minutes, and we're gonna see if they break the base or not. But yeah, I'm a big fan of playing fast in this game, and hopefully the fast team usually wins because it's about execution. And I hope they execute.
Well, I hope that they don't execute so that we can talk to you one more time. But if not, it was a pleasure having you on this draft panel. Let's see what it all goes down to in game number 2.
There you know.
Thank you very much. Yes, game 2 ready to roll. We've had the drafts, and well, we're getting quite a lineup here from Nigma. Very interested to see what they do with this one. It's sort of a similar sort of setup as they had in game 1, right? Building very much around this one big core. This time going to be the Arc Warden.
Yep.
What do you reckon? And just to confirm, who is going to be playing the mid? So, okay, so they're going to be starting with Miracle in the mid lane and just running the side lane side.
He might. I don't know if Topson knows now that there's a ward there, though. Because he was doing the little scouting to see if that ward
Did you
was
get
there.
in tower
But
range?
Miracle was also there, but they're going to ping it. They're going to go for the D ward anyway. They're unsure, though, which one it is because of the positioning. Look, No-Tail's actually pinging on high ground. Do they listen to No-Tail? Sox is like...
Is that range?
It might get the other... It might be in range anyway. It might be right on the edge. It's right on the edge.
It's not quite in range.
Soxa trusted Johan. Never again.
So let's have a look. So it is the WeHa Tide. I mean, so why go with the Tide as the last pick this game? Do you like that from Nigma? I mean, it definitely seems like you look at the 4 heroes around the arc. They are 4 heroes that are going to be very good at TPing and reacting to dives and early aggression, right? You got a lot of stuns, a lot of early fight, and a lot of saves.
I think he's the one that just he parks in front of those towers and defends. When he's looking at Luna, Venge, Beastmaster, you know OG, I mean, that's the way that they like to play anyway, but looking at those 3 heroes, it's a very fast-paced kind of like taking towers thing. Tide Earner, he puts himself right in the front of there, makes it a lot harder for them to really just push right through him. So it is a possibility that can work. I do like the OG style though here with this one, because I do think they have a very fast-paced draft, and they have a lot of different ways of like amplifying their speed too. With this ET, love ET with heroes that have mixed type of damage. Void Spirit, mostly magical, but he does have some elements of physical. And then Luna. That's like, Luna and Gyro are the 2 big like mixed heroes that I love seeing with an Elder Titan. So you can capitalize a lot on that aura from a distance, especially.
I mean, it is again just very possible to see this lineup from OG at 20 minutes in if they're ahead. You know, running down lanes with this Luna Venge Beastmaster, it's going to be tough for Nigma to stop.
Yeah. But it does seem like they're going to be at a much better position in lanes this time around. They didn't pick super greedy lanes. They have pretty safe lanes across the board here. And we did see mid, I believe Miracle did kill the courier of Topson. Topson's courier actually, I think, just walked into him. So maybe a little bit of a misstep there, but we do see, lanes. Looks like they're farming pretty well in these first 2 of them at least. And bottom's going to be that one where we see a lot of trades. Same thing with top. Level 2 picked up on mid one. Same thing with No-Tail. They got it before Mind Control. Instant aggression. And maybe even looking for a second one here. They got another stun in a moment.
Have they got the damage?
It's going to be a little limited.
Yeah, there's Fadebot back up as well.
Yeah, he's got the stick as well. GH knows that this is going to be a lane where they spam spells constantly, so sticks, wands are very favorable for this side of Team Nigma up there, but they do at least get the first blood on OG, and Miracle's really pushing this Void Spirit kind of out of the lane right now. Topson.
In fact, Topson.
Ooh.
Not quite in range of that last Spark Wraith, but very much putting the pressure on. He's about 100 away from getting the bottle sent out to him. It's going to be very important with the amount of damage that the Miracle's doing to him early on.
Tidehunter, as we expect, he's farming just fine down here versus these double melee, versus just straight physical damage that's down here as well. They're doing very good as this double melee lane versus double melee lane.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very beefy, safe lane, right, from Nigma.
Yeah, I think Sox is going to probably just start pulling the wave a little bit here. But might get caught out.
Hey, it's pretty low on the
He's a bit afraid. Yeah, he's afraid. As soon as they left the lane, he doesn't know where they're going to actually end up. Might actually go catching it. Or he just suicide. Yeah, he's just going to suicide, it looks like, to the tower.
Mid lane, CS continue to be very even between the 2 here. Topson now with the points. Level 2 in the Dissimilate.
Does feel like he has started to be blowing. Mind Control up here is getting low again, and he's got no armor. No armor items either for him. But that magic damage...
They'll get the Venge. Yeah, with the Sandstorm out, they have the damage to kill off the Vengeful Spirit. Mid one won't quite be able to finish off Mind Control.
Infinitely better start than the last game already. Sox is still in level 2. Level 3 is where you start to see that big change in damage, especially for the Elder Titan if he chooses to go for that 2 points in the Astral. Mind Control. As soon as GH leaves, they try to get aggressive onto him. He'll back away. He'll be okay. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it should be a much better kind of like getting into the mid game and all that for Nigma. But I think OG's really going to start kicking up the pace once they start getting those levels. Like once this Void Spirit can make moves around easier, like once he hits that level 6, he's going to dart around. And maybe even before that, as we do see, like Topson, he likes to move, it seems like, on those bounty runes from what I've seen a lot of their games. But looks like, I mean, from the build he's gone for, it's much more of a farming. 3 points in the Dissimilate. So just a creep clearing build, it looks like here. And let's say level 3 on Soxa.
I mean, this is a hard lane for OG to find. 2 steps forward.
Yep.
Immediately has to back up.
The briefcase, it really starts to hurt. Like I said, that level 3.
Yeah, you're right. This punch from the ET, it's doing it here, pushing both Firemen and Weehaw back. A lot of damage built up there by Saxa with the Spirit.
Yeah, he doesn't even have any stacks or anything on anywhere. That's literally just because of the 2 heroes plus the creep wave. With the hit it onto RMN. Should have like pretty much a double damage here on the ET right now to zone them away.
Top lane.
Top though.
They're going to turn. Look towards No-Tail. Mid-one's going to step across, try and help. The Fade Bolt comes out. Mind Control finds the kill. Now do have the illusion to set up the vision onto GH. See if Mid-one can find a kill in return. GH, he's got the boots though. Has that movement speed. He's going to be able to get himself out of there. Mind Control. He's actually bringing Mid-one down really low. As Mid-one...
He's got 1.
He's got 14.
Yeah,
14 charges on the 1, so yeah, you're right. He's fine. He's just playing around with him. GH is low, but he's out. He's away from the illusion, and he's able to pick up those bounty runes.
Saxa is, he's starting to do the ET things. As soon as that level 3's hit, as we said, he's able to secure the lane a lot better for 7. Just kind of push Weehaw and RMN away. Here comes the Spirit. RMN, he's kind of got to run. They got to watch out for that Boar Slow as well. That briefcase. Constantly pushing him. Seb very low though. Could definitely get caught out here if he steps up too far.
Yeah, he's got the South going.
Yeah, this is TP actually. I think he's sending the Tempest double down bottom to gank.
Ooh, let's see if Miracle can help them get this kill. Spark Wraith down onto Seb. Can they save him? Another Wraith out. He can't even get away. There's Miracle. Some nice moves here with that double coming into the bottom lane. I know that he doesn't have to leave mid himself. Finds himself a DD.
Very nice micro. You see Topson is starting to get a little bit more of that farm, but I do think a lot of that is him farming small camps, as we see, like we said, he's maxing the Dissimulate build, so he's really just going for that farming style instead of that aggressive style on the Void Spirit this time around.
Talking about aggressive style, top lane, Mind Control.
Under the tower.
He just goes straight in on the 2 of them.
There's no creep wave there to tank for him for a moment. Takes a couple hits, but follow creep wave does come. 4-1, 1K lead right now for Team Nigma. Miracle, the big leader, up at the top there.
Saxa gonna come across with Seb once more, looking towards Weehaw. Again, the punches from Saxa certainly hurting.
Leech Seed kind of counteracts that a bit here. Armin, I think, put like, what, 2 points it looks like in it at least. Yeah, 2 points in that Leech Seed. It costs a lot of mana, but when you're double melee, you actually benefit off it very heavily now compared to the old one. Oh, Courier. He gets it. Wow, he actually punches over that tree stump there, it looks like.
Over towards mid. No-Tail is coming to try and help Topson go for a play on a Miracle, but No-Tail's only lost his own life, and now GH in with the telekinesis. Topson still has another jump with the Astral, so he'll be fine. Down bottom, RMN continue to try and chase Saxa. Tranquil's going to kick in a second. Can RMN reach him? He cannot. Saxa's out with the speed.
Seb is 6 now, though. He can easily set up for some kills. And we'll see if Topson decides to start making those rotations. Weehaw, only level 5. Trying to tick him down a little bit lower here. The punches start coming in from Saxa. And they're going to be able to get him.
Take him out very easily.
Another rotation, though, Miracle.
Already, though, Saxa and Seb, they're just backing off.
Oh, this time it's the real hero that he actually brought down here.
Yeah,
so his tower is actually going to get hit a bit there.
Yeah.
And they see him immediately with the ward, too, so they know that it is the real Arc Warden down bottom here. So we'll see what Topson decides to do with that information.
I mean, Miracle's trying to make his way back over to mid, but Saxa and Topson are both here. Saxa's going to turn, looking for the setup with the stomp. They do lose the life of Saxa. See if Topson can find revenge as he looks towards Miracle. Miracle lays down the bubble. Topson's in it. Has Topson actually got enough damage to finish this kill? Ooh. He does. Will get the kill. He's got to simulate back up, presses it. He may be able to find the double as well, and he does.
Cash
the
money.
Kill and the double. Big money for Topson.
Super worth it there for Saxa. That build that he went for, it's really interesting because it's the maximum amount of it's the build that gives you the max damage, right? Because that Dissimulate, the way it scales, it's his highest burst if you're able to connect with it. So, I mean, it ends up working that he goes for this one, and I personally do like that build because it allows you to clear creep waves so fast and you don't have to reliably use your Resonant Pulse, which is kind of like your shield in a lot of ways sometimes. And it gets it down to like what, like a 10-second or 11-second cooldown as well. So it's not only your escape, but it's your farming mechanism as well on that Void Spirit. All the way up to level 9 now, too. Roar is going to be back up in a moment here. They're smoking. It was spotted by the ward, though, so let's see how they react. They're sending the Rubik to tier 2, saving a faster port for the front tower there, in case...
They may just go straight for the top lane.
Come. Yeah.
As we'll see, Seb.
Or they can set up around the bounty runes here. 30 seconds. They can maybe put a ward down here. They have the Hawk already in position, and it looks like, yeah, it's going to be toward that top lane.
I mean, Mind Control, he's looking at diving No-Tail. They're heading over towards him here as they know that Mind Control's deep underneath the tower, trying for this vengeful kill.
No-Tail's baiting him a bit here.
Yeah,
the glyph for Mind Control.
And here's the move. Seb and Saxa, they're in. Roars out, and Mind Control will get taken out. Just getting a little too baited in there by the Vengeful underneath that tower.
Topson will push in because he has this Hawk vision as well, so he can safely secure the bounty, but at the same time, bottom, see our men do similar while Weha threatens the tower a little bit on this Tidehunter here. And that looks like it should be the Midas pretty much done for Miracle in a moment. Topson, though, a big rune here, can look to make a ton of aggressive plays.
So there's going to be any backup here for this Luna. He's in trouble, Mid1. He's in big trouble. Pops the wand. Ravage will come out. Mid1 pops the Fairy Fire.
The medallion?
Running.
Oh, that almost
finally goes down. As Nigma able to dive the tower here with that use of the Ravage over towards mid. Topson, he's trying to dive in for GH. He's going to be able to get it. Can he get back out, though? Dissimulate back up. Jumps over actually into the face of Miracle and his double. Astral steps back up. Topson's able to dance himself away.
Trying to make use of that DD rune. He tried to push the limits, and he did. Was able to get it, and he's going for this Ags Rush build. This is a lot of damage if you do get it out early.
Oh,
Swap comes out, Miracle. There's still a DD.
They've got the damage here.
Oh, they
Control at the
definitely
pullback.
do.
Miracle goes down. Wasn't ready there for No-Tail to just step up and swap him in.
And another one. Sox is here.
Topson's very low. He's very low, though, on this Void Spirit. But that swap is going to mean that Topson doesn't need to necessarily dive. He's still a little hesitant, though.
GH has a nuke, and he'll find him.
Saxa, he's going to be able to turn, though, back onto GH with the roar coming out into the storm. Topson, he jumps back in again.
Secures the last hit.
And now Weha's got to deal with Mid1 being here as well as Mid1's turned out. Weha's trying to run. They're diving the tower. They're going to be able to get him as well.
It's the timing. They're all grouping up. Ravage was used. They used Overgrowth as well, bottom, so they can easily collapse. Don't think they would have cared anyway if those ults were up because that's the way OG plays. But yeah, taking advantage of a bit of that greed. You know, Miracle, it's gone for Midas. You know what Arc Warden's going to do. This is your time to really press the issue and ramp up the pace here.
Yeah.
Getting these tier 1s. And look, they're going to run immediately to bottom to try to do the same thing down there once they get a little bit more mana on Topson.
You've got to look really towards Mind Control if you're Nigma now to make the big plays. He's pretty much your highest net worth. He has the Blink Dagger done.
Okay, that's huge around those tier 1s.
Yeah, exactly.
They've got Overgrowth, almost Ravage.
These sort of pushes around.
Yep. Just about if the vision is behind, right? They do have a lot of different forms of vision to check back there with the Astral, with Wave of Terror, as well as the Hawk. So Mind Control does have to hide himself away here.
Yeah, he's got to get some big eppies.
They're not seeing him at all on the map, though. They're not seeing much of anyone on the map, so they're being a little bit cautious here, backing up and resetting. Topson is healing as well. No Roar available. Looks like they're going to farm a little bit around mid one for a moment here. As all those ultis, as we said, coming back up for Nigma. And they're very good ultimates at when you're getting ran at. You know, you pop your Ravage, you pop your Overgrowth, you pop Epicenter. They're very good at those counter initiations. But they're actually walking in aggressively here with this.
Mind Control, he's going to go straight in. They've got the Ravage to the Epicenter. This is the combo. Straight up, Nigma walk to the high ground. Ravage into Epi, that'll do it.
That ward give them all the information up on that high ground there for Mind Control to get the jump. Beautifully done. And can set themselves up for a tower here. Don't think OG expected to be under vision there at all.
They weren't ready for that one bit. As Nigma just able to walk in and combo the three of them down.
They didn't have to use every ult either. RMN still has his available, so that Overgrowth will still be there when OG does, when OG respawns, and they're gonna look to punch back real hard here after that move.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Ravage Epi, it's pretty much going to win every team fight if they get it off. You walk in, what sort of saves are there? It's going to rely on this Venge to be at the side. Obviously, when they don't have the ults, that's when the weaknesses do come back online for Nigma. But Mind Control says, no, they don't. He's ready to try and fight this again. He's going to jump in onto Seb with the Burrow Strike. But Seb turns with the Roar. Magic Missiles out. Mid-1, he's going to go for the ultimate here as he starts to push back. Weha lands the Lucent Beam. And I guess, yeah, that is the weakness, right? They tried to turn. They don't have their ults. Mind Control going in. But without the ultimates, they do struggle. That's a huge part of what's being sort of allowed Nigma to win any of these trades.
Miracle does get caught by the Remnant and the Stomp, but Topson's got other priorities, getting the Arcane Rune. He has the Ags
so
done.
close,
he pretty much does.
Yeah.
And the other thing with Ags is, like, yes, it provides the silence, it gives you the 2 charges of Resonant Pulse, but with Elder Titan, the other thing is it's just that much extra damage that you can provide with the ET Natural Order, too, onto those backlines. So jumping Miracle, He's, you know, he's still kind of tanky because of the strength gain on this hero, but could definitely pop from all that magic damage. Wondering if anyone can actually slot in a Veil for the side of OG. Because they don't really have that natural builder for it like they had last time on the Sand King.
No.
It might have to just be the Venge or the ET that look to purchase it, because it's a very good Veil game when they have Luna and Void Spirit as their two main cores.
Thompson, he's toying with the tide mid.
A lot of magic damage.
He's done a lot of damage to Weehaw.
He's dancing on him too.
Yeah, Weehaw's got to be careful. Saxa, oh, little off the mark with the stomp. Won't be able
Still
to
an
catch him with
Arcane
that.
Rune on Thompson though.
I mean, he's still playing into Weehaw's. Weehaw, he's just getting... He just got soloed. Thompson just able to do it on his own. Mind Control's going to come in with the burst strike onto Thompson. Can Thompson jump his way out? They've got the lift control, but he got the pulse out, and he's going to live. He's actually jumping in deeper. He pops the silence. Thompson just goes straight in. Finally gets nuked out of the game. But they've lost 3 on Nigma.
They're on Miracle.
Miracle's in trouble as Saxa and Seb surround him. The Tempest double will clear up Seb in return. Stomp from Saxa will put a stop to the attempts from GH as Saxa, he's out of there. As OG, they'll take the trade. They lose 2, but they get 4 kills for it.
And the whole time, Luna's farming down bottom just fine. Such aggressive plays. The Arcane Rune from Thompson. He just pushes the limits. He doesn't care if he dies. He knows if they get some cleanup kills and mid one is soaking all that space anyway, that's his job. That's the typical Thompson move there, giving his life for his team. Man, Arcane Rune with that Aghanims this early on. Just such an insane amount of burst damage.
We'll see a DD here as well. Who's going to be able to get a grab on this? Just keeping this area safe. Thompson, didn't quite get it. Nice snipe there for GH, popping the deny. They are going to use the combo with the Ravage into the epicenter of the bow strike. They've got the lockdown onto Thompson. Thompson gets popped.
He just respawned too. And he's just dead immediately.
I mean, this is the combo. Ravage and Epicenter until sort of BKBs start coming out or defensive items are there. That will kill pretty much anyone on the lineup. And Nigma, they're diving for more. Over towards Saxa, they go Saxa, getting the stomp going, holds the 2 of them down, but the damage is flying out from Miracle and the double. They get themselves a 3rd.
Such quick response there too. I think there's a double ward actually placed by OG to watch the rune there, but they get sandwiched on by Nigma anyway.
Now
and now Seb, he stepped up too far.
They're going to find another one. A little unnecessary there for Seb stepping in. The tip's certainly going his way.
Lots of different forms of initiation on the side of Nigma now. With that, with that Ravage, with that Sand King Blink Dagger. Now also a Rubik with the Blink Dagger too on GH.
Yeah, they've just got great jump here, Nigma.
Yeah. Mid one is still farming during the entirety of it, but we do see that Nigma is taking advantage of the fact that they had that time. And the dream item for Miracle. The Grove Bow on the Arc Warden. I feel like every time there's an Arc Warden, they get Grove Bow.
See the scan from Dire has hit again, knowing that Ravage and Epi are down, it's going to be a good opening for OG to fight if they can get a catch. And
ooh,
nice TP, says mid one.
Seb's TPing top as well too. He's got Roar available. He wants to join the fray. There's a lot of farm pushing in down bottom though. Someone on OG is going to have to get that, but yeah, they're pinging it already. They know someone has to farm it. I guess Thompson might be the only one available.
Chasing with the smoke, they might get the catch on the Mind Control. There's the setup, Lucent Beam. Coming out.
Gets the stun up onto the high ground for a second.
He is there, but there's an ult coming in from Saxa.
Yeah.
The split is going to pull him back as Mind Control taken out. OG seeing if they can chase anything more.
GH does have Stolen Roar at the moment, though. He's spotted for a second, so they do want to try to get on top of him. He has the
find anyone in these trees. They've found Weehaw, but Weeha's back behind the Titcher. There's going to be a buyback. Mind Control's back in action. No Tail taking tower hits. He's going to come across with the burst strike. Gets the 2 of them, both Seb and Saxa. The ult comes out. The roar, it's there onto the Luna, but he already got the Eclipse out. Mind Control, he's back in though. Epi's available yet again as they've cleared off 3. They'll look over towards Thompson. The burst strike from Mind Control catches Thompson out. Saxa will be able to TP away. But big buyback there from Mind Control. Comes straight back into the game. Landing these burst strikes again with the ultimate. Just has the damage that OG aren't ready to fight into.
Look at the 2 spells stolen by GH as well. Roar, and then he steals Eclipse immediately afterwards. He has the burst to take out mid one. OG diving a bit too far forward, and they get punished by all these ults. Overgrowth was still there. Epi just came back up, and like you said, clutch buyback, but very clutch steals from GH to be able to provide that extra damage and control.
Oh yeah, Nigma just being able to punish the dives and aggression from OG so much better than they were in game 1. This draft is already just playing out much nicer.
Yeah, GH still last game, he still got some really good spell steals, but his team around it was kind of just crumbling. This time, he's getting those good spell steals, but his team is not crumbling. Look, he's all the way up to level 14, so he's still being very enabled. And yeah, those type of positions, not the most ideal for OG. They really just wanted to push the issue, but Yeah, tier 1 still there. I think No-Tail mostly died to the tier 1, actually, that I was seeing inside of that fight. 0-7 now for the Venge.
I mean, 19 minutes in, being down 2k, you look at sort of what OG may have wanted to do with their draft. Is this, you know, have things not really gone to plan here for OG? Is this Nigma already shaking up what OG would have intended to do with this lineup? Did they expect to get more than just 2 tier 1s at 20 minutes, do you think, this OG team?
I think they probably did, but with what they're playing against, like after the way the lanes are kind of going, you're playing versus a lineup that's very good when you're getting ran at, right? Like, I remember them saying it even inside like the True Sight thing. It's just like, should we play Gyro just because they're running at us like, you know, like animals? They're just crazy diving at us. We need some type of counter initiation. Sanking, Tidehunter, Treant Protector, excellent heroes versus that. I'm wondering if they're going to go for some type of mixed build on mid one. That's the one thing I do think that there's a possibility versus Arc Warden, because he will be so far back. They have the Astral. If he gets something like an Ags, they have a lot of different things to throw it onto. Void Spirit's going to be committing in. You get a Luna Eclipse into the back lines. Definitely possible that they go for some type of mixed build, but they have been slowed down a lot. Mid one only level 13 compared to that 16 of the Arc Warden.
Well, so it should be good to go again. Looks like Miracle's back.
Yeah. He's the only one with the cam on. He's just like, you see how laser focused he is all the time too. We get to see all the beautiful mugs of OG. No one's saying anything. They're just waiting.
Oh yeah, OG is. Oh no, Seb's saying.
Nope, Seb's saying some stuff. Okay.
So's No-Tail. I'm having a bit of a discussion here. How good's your lip reading?
Not very good. Man, No-Tail's hair's gotten long.
Yeah, he's growing it out, right? He's getting his beard going too. What could they be talking about?
Probably just the next few moments, right?
Yeah.
I think they know which spells were used, so just thinking which ones they saved. They actually used quite a bit there on the side of OG too, so maybe they want to do, like you were mentioning, sit back and farm up, let Midwin at least finish his BKB, probably divert attention away from him so that he can actually have easier times in the fights. He really needs it too.
He's very close to it. He's only about a recipe away mid one. So they should be able to get that on for the next fight.
Yeah, but they don't have... Okay, they do have Roar available. Okay, so let's see if Seb tries to make something happen here with his... He's going to try to push out top, immediately met by an Arc Warden illusion. This is going to constantly happen. And, oh, whoa.
Seb's
whoa,
dead.
Whoa. He actually is... He has to roar it.
He has to. He literally was about to die.
Well, now they know the Roar's down. So now they can play more aggressively themselves on the side of Nigma, and immediately they are doing so. Smoked up. Ravage is available.
Here's the combo.
No Epi available.
Off they don't. And it's going to be the counter play.
Whoa, the damage.
Wear's dying. He's going to be dead. He's falling low. The Spear's going to take him out. He didn't even get the chance to pop a Ravage. Iron Man's going to come in with the Overgrowth. He's looking over towards mid one. But now with VR and the Sankey gone, VR mind control out, they can't fight this here, or they're going to struggle immensely. They've got to back out. Nigma, this is not a fight to take anymore.
The back-to-back silences right after the Kraken shell.
Didn't get anything off.
He couldn't get the Ravage up, and the amount of explosive magic damage, that's what we were talking about. With the natural order, with this double, you know, with the Aghanims from that Void Spirit, with a Lucent Beam thrown on top too, they just popped so damn fast.
That's definitely a bit of a worry there for Nigma. If they're, you know, if Wear's dying without the opportunity of getting anything out, and whoa, see ya. RMM with the jukes.
They're stalking him though, they're looking. Not going to be able to find him for the time being.
Too fast. Yeah, with Tranquils and Blink. He's fast. Actually, there's a TP over towards the bottom. That was what was that the boost of travel on top?
It is. The boost of travel on top, and he's in. He's looking for him.
Yeah, he's going to be able to cut off the tree.
No mercy.
I'm sorry, I'm on the way back there with the spots after Ags. It's going to be all over the place, Topson, always ready to join.
Works for me when you're playing with Beastmaster. Fan of boots of travel whenever you do have that hero. You're always going to be able to join into any type of fight around the map. Looks like, though, at least from the wards that I'm seeing right now, OG have a bit of a defensive posture. All just covering kind of like the river access, and then you have the one Hawk kind of watching a little bit of movements toward the top lane. So I feel like they're, like we said, trying to finish up this BKB, maybe trying to chill a little bit for a moment as these ultis are back online for Nigma.
Yeah, we still have Miracle leading the way in farm. He's holding that top spot as the Arc Warden. His game still yet to be really shaken up. He's hitting all those timing spots, Midas, and pretty much has the Mjolnir done.
Yeah, he has so many protective things for him too, right? Like the tree, the tide, the sanking to protect, but there is a lot of ways that OG can get on top of him anyway with these... When they do inevitably get the Blink Daggers that it looked like they were building on a couple heroes, and the Void Spirit just naturally jumps the back, so...
Let's see. Maybe time for Nigma to try for a smoke again. If they've got one, they've got all the ults.
Yeah, I can't believe how farmed RMN is in this game too. Actually, he's just been kind of casually sitting on the side farming with the blink dagger. He has great follow up now always. And yeah, like you said, every ult available. They are fighting into that mid one BKB though.
Sure. Let's see if they can burst him. They're going to try and burst him before he gets the chance to pop it. He needs to save. He's going to get it. The swap out's there. Mid-one's going to be safe for now. Thompson, he's actually just able to kill off GH, or maybe not. The stolen astral step won't save GH. GH still goes down. No-Tail turns with the stun on the mind control. Mind control is up to the high ground, but they have to reach. The pulse from Thompson gets the kill. Sends forth the Remnant, drags back Weehaw. They've got the control as RMN will fall. The Eclipse is out. Actually, RMN, is he going to live? He's still surviving. He's able to sneak out through the trees. Thompson's trying to hunt for him, but a blink will get him out. The Remnant doesn't quite grab onto Miracle. They'll get the Tempest double. Thompson's still trying to dive in deeper. They have got Roar from Seb. Nigma's got to be careful.
Such a fast swap there. Just instantly breaking the chain disable that Nigma was going for onto that Luna. Immediately able to turn it.
Didn't even need to use his BKB.
No.
After being saved there by that swap.
That's the beauty about having Thompson with this Aghanims build, right? Because he can just jump into the back when they go for this nation, silence everybody, do this coverage, so he can save the BKB when he gets swapped into a defensive spot.
Yeah, I mean, you hit a 5-man silence. That's a pseudo BKB for
Pretty
the whole
much,
team.
yeah, in a way.
There's no magic coming.
And so many different ways to buff him up, right? You see the Solar Crest of Lads. They're just trying to make sure that mid one is the strongest. I believe that's the Manta going to be coming out. So now he's got the coverage versus the Overgrowth now too, as well as the BKB.
I mean, they've got to go for this steal. They've got Blink Epi.
There's an
Someone's going to want to jump
scouting
in,
though. And there's a Hawk too scouting. It's tough to jump in there.
Let's see if they can get the Blink in. Can Mind Control find a way in? Thompson setting things up with the Remnant. They are a little scared. They know that there's that jump from Nigma.
Too much big team fight still around the pit, even though most are still on CD. They're waiting. Weehaw.
Yeah, Weehaw's got to be out. He's going to get swapped in. Put the Remnant down just to sort of block off any backup. The silence comes out to Weehaw, stepping out to the side. Mid one, he's doing the damage. Power Strike comes in. Mid one's in trouble.
Whoa.
Immediately there. Miracle in the double just destroy him. The damage out from the Arc Warden came so quickly, there was just no way to respond. He died instantly, and now with Mid one out, no buyback on him either, so he himself can't come back to the Roche pit. Miracle just steps in, and he's going to look to finish off this Roche and get the Aegis himself, and he will. OG cannot contest this.
Over-aggressive swap there. They tried to go for the Tidehunter, but now they don't have the swap to save the Luna. Poor No-Tail's in a little bit of a misposition there to be able to save his Luna. He has to, I think in this one, he has to really save that swap for those chain disables so he can get the BKBs
They've got to save
off.
Mid-1.
Yeah.
I mean, they've seen just then how quickly Mid-1 dies to Miracle in the double.
It's just so much extra damage because of Grove Bow on top too, right? A couple Maelstrom procs, bam! Like the hero just looks like it pops that much quicker.
Yeah, that's bumped up Miracle a good bit right now. 15k net worth, 3k ahead of Mid-1's Luna right now.
It's going to give him the blanket to get his BKB finished up too, and we were mentioning, can be a bit of a tough game for the Arc Warden because there's so many ways to get on top of him, but now BKB, don't have to worry about that heavy magic damage that OG really does have.
Now they've got to worry about taking them down twice. The Aegis smoke up from OG. They're going to still try and go.
Yep.
Again, that last fight was lost in a situation where Nigma didn't even have to use their ultimates. There's still the Ravage and the Epicenter that OG's smoking into here. So this is going to be a difficult fight for OG.
Trying to catch him off guard when they're split up here.
Looks like they're sort of prepared though. As Mind Control, he's already out in the trees. They'll find the real Arc Warden, but Miracle, he's able to walk away. Overthrow pulls them back. Thompson just jump in. They're taking the once. There's going to be the focus from We Are as he pops the Ravage, catches the three of them.
Miracle
doesn't quite finish off No-Tail. Mind Control committing the Epicenter only onto the Venge.
Miracle's dying.
A lot was used on the Vengeful Spirit, and you're right, this BKB, it doesn't save him. Thompson's got the physical damage with the Desolator build on the Void Spirit, and now OG, they can look for the cleanup. They've found two. Mind Control jumps away with the Burrow Strike. Seb tries to get the axes out. He's out with a TP. Anything to stop it? There isn't. So Mind Control will escape.
They got on top of the real Arc, and it was a DD on Thompson as he finishes up the Deso.
Yeah.
He just beelined it and stuck onto Miracle. Miracle got left alone. The rest of his team couldn't actually get there to help him.
It was very split up there. It's a little awkward. You had Weehaw standing next to No-Tail. Sure, the Ravage did catch some of OG on the side of the fight, but it was away from anyone else on Nigma. And then you have this jump in from Mind Control. Burrow Strike epicenters the Venge. It doesn't hit anyone else. They're just throwing everything onto No-Tail, and that's exactly what OG want.
Yeah, I mean, they actually just ditched. They put Miracle on an island. RMN was the only one who actually backed him up. Everyone else just kind of left him alone. Topson with some great priority and targeting, though, with this item build, with the DD. Can stick on top of that Arc Warden pretty easily there. A lot of different items coming out. That was the Aegis fight, too. They just crushed.
He tries to jump in, but there's the counterplay. Thompson's in with the silence. Mind
He's just
Control's
gone.
dead. He's dead without buyback. Mind Control's gone.
Too.
Thompson's just diving in. There'll be a buyback from GH.
He's dead as well.
Wait, what? Okay. All right. Well, this looked to be a close one, but after those last few plays, it's slipping away from Nigma. It's slipping away from them. As OG, they're on the high ground. Nigma's got to come in with some big plays right now. The RMN, overgrowth into nothing.
Miracle's back up, though. He's on the high ground. OG backing up as they're a bit unhealthy now.
Oh, but they can't afford to just lose Weeha and Mind Control like this. These are the two heroes that need to be moving in at the front together when the team's alive. Going out one by one, getting picked off, swapped out, and stunned up. You're never going to get your fight together without the Sand King and Tide live.
No, and they're going to have everything up again for OG because they're not really that reliant on their cooldowns. While the side of Nigma is. They're jumping forward.
He's going to try and go on Topson. They got the damage. Topson able to get the Dissimulate off to the side. Jumps over with the Astral Step. He's dying slowly to the Flux. Is it enough to kill him? It isn't.
It's not. It's close.
He'll live. He's away.
Almost can get a kill again, but unable to. And now, after that last fight, everyone gets almost a full item. The core is
quick. This is what you need to do, though. Quick with the smoke. Don't give OG a chance to reset, heal up, buy these items, get straight back in there with the ults.
And you know Topson is full resetting. He lost the majority of his HP. They're looking for anybody here, but
they're playing safe, OG.
OG knows. They're looking at those side lanes, looking at mid. Nobody's showing on the map at all. They're aware of this.
Yeah, it was a good intention from Nigma, but just a move that OG were more than prepared for.
Aghanim's now finished up for Saksa, so you know, he's been quietly committing. He's been quietly doing a lot inside of the fights with his stuns.
They can still find some
now
Nigma.
He can do a bit.
He's walking in.
Okay.
He's got to be a little careful about being swapped away from the rest of his team.
There's a lot of damage that still goes through to him whenever that Spirit gets on top of you. Even though you have Pipe and all this, it's still so much damage that they can poke away from with Magical.
They're just not able to get a jump into OG at all.
No.
And OG's timings, we're having 15 seconds and Eclipse is back up. Very close to having a full Skadi on mid one, just about 1,000 gold off.
Oh, he keeps switching up his items. Okay, he had Butterfly Q, then he had Satanic, and now he's decided the Skadi, I guess.
The Skadi, what, excellent against the Arc Warden.
Yeah.
It's range
so
carry.
Nice. And it's great versus Tidehunter. It always constantly applies that slow. Even if he Krakens off, you hit him again, and it's tough for him to run away.
He's going to try and step in. See if they can do it here. They're opening up onto Luna. Mid one, trying to get away. Mind Control, he's off the mark with the stun. The Burrow Strike doesn't find mid one, so the chance is there for the BKB to come out. The Stomp does put them to sleep. OG will use the chance to get away. Topson, he's actually solo killing Miracle on the side. He's not going to be able to dive in any further. He's got to be careful now. The Overgrowth setup. Weeha's on top. Has got the Ravage if he wants to pop it. The Burrow Strike in place. Topson, he's going to jump out. Weeha holding the Ravage, not wanting to use it straight up. Maybe they've still got it. It's GH. He's got the catch. Telekinesis into the Stolen Remnant. GH gets the job done.
Oh, thank you, GH. Bet his whole team is saying that there. Level 18 Rubik, he's kind of putting the team on his back there with a lot of those catches there. Topson with a very Topson-esque move, overextending a little bit there, trying to go. But he almost got him.
He nearly had him.
It was a huge play that he almost was able to achieve. He's probably like, team, where are you? But mid one, he had to be careful because he did get that BKB popped early. And now, you know, they still do have Ravage. So Nigma pushing in those side lanes, both the Arc Wardens pushing them in while they siege the mid.
Yeah, Miracle's farm still pretty insane here.
Yep. Okay, he switched back to the Satanic.
Okay.
He's feeling a little bit scared after having to pop the BKB. Yeah, the burst. Still a lot of control he has to worry about too, so that status resist is nice.
Yeah, I mean, even with the stuns they have between the Burrow and the Ravage, it's...
Yeah.
Unless Miracle is just fully focusing him down with the double, he should live long enough to get the chance to pop the Satanic and BKB.
Yeah. Or time for the swap to come out or something along those lines. It'll help quite a bit there.
What do you have? BKB for Seb, MKB now for Miracle, so his damage output stepping up once again. Again, overall a close game, but both teams, there's sort of very different composition. Now you look at the gold, for Nigma, it's all on this Arc Warden. For OG, very much split between the three cores.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Meaning that, you know, Nigma, they're definitely at that risk. You know, if this Arc Warden gets found, as he has been a few times, you know, Thompson has been doing a great job of getting on top of Miracle and being close to bringing him out.
Yeah,
if they lose this Arc Warden, the fights are going to be over.
Absolutely. Weeha's trying his best. You can see he's just being this bodyguard. He's like, come at me, you know. He's just sitting on the high ground. Anyone who walks up, he's fine with it. He can just tank it to give that space to Miracle. But it is concerning, right? OG, their lineup is very strong at scaling still, too, anyway. Like, this Luna, the ET really makes the difference, too, in amplifying how much damage everyone does. And this ET, it's level 18. You can't forget about Soxa if he's able to get a good time where he gets, like, a 5-man Astral. He can run in and start punching himself.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Octarine very close to being done on Thompson. Nigma, they have to do everything possible to protect Miracle at all costs.
Wherever Miracle goes,
just make sure.
Have to have Weeha there.
Yeah, Weeha, or even just mind control by his side, so there's going to be a burrow strike to jump anyone that looks to go upon him.
Look at Notail. He's just literally sitting in the swap range of mid one. Just never leaves that kind of positioning there because he knows he has to break the sequence of chain stuns in a lot of situations. A lot about those high ground claimings. You see Nigma, they're really playing on that one. Same thing for OG. These initiations can change everything. Top lane is very pushed in here. Onto the side of OG.
OG themselves just going to ignore it for now.
Now they're going to TP Thompson over there. He's got a TP back up in about 40 seconds. Let's see if Nigma instantly reacts to run to bottom. They are. But there's going to be a ward to spot them. They're going to try to catch on the retreat, though. Maybe try to claim a high ground themselves. Yeah, they're pinging it. They're smoked up as well, too. Getting a ward down.
They've got the combat.
They're walking through vision, though. Weeha. He is spotted immediately, too, by that Astral. It's going to connect onto 3 or 4 heroes.
Radiant are scanning.
JH jumping in.
Oh, he's hunting. He's got the grab onto Seb.
They know Thompson's top.
Mind Control's going to look to Saxon. Nota's going to swap him out. Mid-one, he's just going to charge him with the Eclipse. He's going to be able to take out GH. Miracle beating into Saxa as he gets, again, the pullback.
Astra's back onto him.
He's there. Saxa's going to live a little longer. Still, though, Miracle has the physical damage to take him out. But now Mid-one, he's on top of Miracle. Miracle's trying to run. Mid-one pops the Satanic, keeping himself healed up. Miracle can't get out. Thompson's in with the Astral Step. Miracle's down. Over towards Mind Control. They go. It's a triple kill for Mid-one. Ravage is out from Weeha, but there isn't the follow-up. Weeha falls. The double as well is out of the game. They just couldn't get it together. They're a little too split up from Nigma. As Mid-one able to run them down one by one with the Satanic, just proving too tanky to take out. And again, OG, they're being able to get on top of Miracle. Miracle isn't being protected.
And Thompson wasn't there at the start of that fight. Thompson was pushing out top. He joined late. What ended up happening was Miracle's trying to focus fire killing this Elder Titan as well as the Beastmaster and the Venge who are locked inside this Overgrowth, but okay, they get a kill on RMN trying to cut the creep wave there. Nice play by Thompson, but this ET is actually tanky. He got the Astral back in time. A couple extra seconds really makes the difference. Yeah, he gets him down to half HP, and then the rest of them just show up for the cleanup.
Oh, and then we have Thompson here going for the flashy build, level 25, not taking the Detimulate stun, going for the extra damage with this Deso.
With the Deso, for sure. I mean, Thompson was one of the few that did that for a long time. He did the double crit. Remember the double Crystallis build as well when it was OP? And now onto the high ground, quick. 20 seconds, no Arc Warden.
Thompson, he's hunting in the trees and he's found him. That's a buyback. RMN's going to go down. He's out of the game for 75. They have a repair kit, but Mid-one and Seb, they're punching through it with that boosted attack speed from the Inner Beast. As we are
He's walking up.
No Ravage still for 70 seconds.
There's still a lot of damage that comes through.
He's just diving in. Thompson is straight up towards the fountain underneath the tier 4s, pushing them back. As Thompson, is he really getting away with this? It's going to be the swap on GH.
Oh, they get GH.
He's able to jump out with the stolen Astral Step. Miracle's now starting to push them back. A big nice poke up the epicenter as Mind Control. He gets him at Mid-one. BKB, Satanic. He turns. Mind Control's gone. Another hero dead with that buyback. OG get the racks. They kill off 2. GH is still trying to catch someone. He jumps forward.
Mid-one's still strong.
Thompson, he's going to go back in with a step. He's low on mana. Thompson's just going to TP out in front of them all.
Oh, man. That is just pure confidence.
There's now 10k ahead, OG. They've opened up a set of racks.
So many more items now being picked up for them. Just a luxury being dropped into their side. I believe Luna now has, what, full Aghanims? Is it done? I saw him have... Okay, he actually got the full Scotty, sorry. So full Scotty finished up. That is a huge fight for them there.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, Miracle. He's got 5,000 gold. He's able to build the majority of the Satanic there, but he's, like we said, it's just him on an island, and there's just too many things he really has to deal with in the midst of these fights. Everyone just jumps on him. They know that's the main priority. Sure, there's some damage coming out from this epicenter. Sure, there's some damage coming out from the Rubik and all that, but the majority really is just the Arc Warden. It's getting to that point where it's all on Miracle with the control that he's provided from his teammates, and yeah, they've got a lot of items now, and now an Aegis to boot.
This is going to be very hard for Nigma to deal with in the fight.
They couldn't get mid 1-to-1s. He's got a full Scotty on top and Aegis and cheese.
He is just huge right now on this Luna.
Or someone else. Thompson maybe has the cheese at least, but yeah.
Queuing up the Rapier next as well, because why not? He feels pretty unkillable in these fights. He trusts No-Tail to save him.
I swear I've seen Thompson have every single rune as well this game. He has a DD again. He always has a haste, a DD, something. He's just always watching those runes on this hero.
See what the approach is going to be from Nigma. Again, you know, even with the ults up, they've struggled to find fights in their favor. As just across the board, the 3 cores of OG, I mean, the 2 in particular, Thompson and Mid One, are just such a handful to deal with, even if they do catch them in the initial ravage. There's No-Tail.
They find Weeha in the front.
He's just going to walk up and start things. Thompson's going to jump over towards RMN, and 4-star will get RMN back to safety. They're playing around with Weeha, and again, another swap. No-Tail gets Weeha back to reach a mid one. Weeha, he's going to be saved by the Invis, but they have the dust. They've got the detection. Weeha's gone.
I mean, look at this Elder Titan. He takes the 100% cleave talent.
There's going to be the buyback coming out. Thompson, he's in with the grab.
Jumps in.
TH, mind control, finds the burrow strike into the overgrowth. Got the lockdown. Jesus pop. Thompson, will he live? He won't. They take down Thompson. Seb in with the roar. The Earth Splitter comes out to Miracle, and the Tempest double mid one. He's cleaning up the Arc Warden and his double as Miracle's out of the game. No buyback. Weeha chased back to the base, back to the fountain as OG cleaning up. Nigma just can't get the job done. They can't get the team fight together. They're too far behind.
And Thompson knows he can play this risky super dive. He was probably going to do it anyway if he didn't have buyback, but in this one he has buyback, so jumps in, they throw all the spells on him, he buys back.
And they're cleaning up the game,
and they clean the game, yep.
I mean, this game a little closer between the two, but again, OG and again Thompson, Tiny popping off. Is the hero pops off in game 1, and this game 2, the Void Spirit. They just couldn't deal with it every single fight. Mipple will make sure he's got a Rapier there for the scoreboard. As this game's over in the series, it's done and dusted here. OG 2-0 here against Nigma. And game 1 was not close at all. Game 2, definitely a bit more fire, but again, it just really felt that the team play from OG, Nigma just couldn't match it here in the series.
They couldn't match the speed that it was all happening because they had to rely on their Ravages. They had to rely on this Epicenter Burrow Strike combo.